All right, so good morning to Tasha, and good morning to everyone who jumps on this call or is watching the replay. My name is Carrie Capone, and I'm the founder of The Spinning Hand. We started technically in 2007 as a little Etsy shop with 20 hand knit and hand crocheted items. And we started to sell Learn to Knit kits in 2015 because my local yarn store had closed, and so I needed something to bring to my knitting students who were learning to knit. And so I put these Learn to Knit kits together, and I've sold hundreds of them over the years. So that's our number one product. And then I would say that our second most popular product is our subscription boxes. So every quarter or every month, you can get a new knitting kit delivered right to your doorstep. And so we sell those on thespinninghand.com, and we sell them on Cratejoy, which is like a subscription box company. So then this year, for the very first time, I started my first online course, and it's called Knit and Crochet U. And this fall, we are doing the crochet part of Crochet University. So we're making a beautiful sweater, which I'll show you in a minute. And in addition, we are learning about 5 crochet skills that are just kind of essential to have in your toolbox, something that can really help you make the most of your fiber arts journey. So I'm bi crafty. I love knitting. I love crochet. Um, I I don't prefer one to the other. Like, I use whichever one I need to get the fabric that I want. So you see, I'm wearing my knitted sweater, and I like to mix it up. And so I'll have a knitted hat and a crocheted embellishment, or a crocheted granny square sweater with knitted ribbed um, hems and edging. So without further ado, let me share my screen. I'm going to talk through a few crochet skills, how we use them in Crochet U. And then if you have any questions, please put them in the chat. And I will be sharing with you a discount code so you can get the free pattern of your choice from my Ravelry design library. And in addition, 6 amigurumi patterns that we absolutely love for fall 2024. So here we go. Okay, 5 crochet skills to master. Tasha, can you see the slides?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Thanks for coming off mute and just letting me know. So on the upper right-hand side, you can see my friend Verna modeling the Verna pullover. She is the designer, and she and I shared a booth at Vogue Knitting Live last January, and we are going to share one next January. She is my crochet bestie, um, and she is the one who does all of the tutorial videos in Crochet U. So the live instruction is for me, and then she's doing the tutorials. Just a quick little bit about me. I'm the proud mama of a 21-year-old son. My son Andrew is a senior at Fashion Institute of Technology, and he studies footwear design and handbag design, accessories, and that kind of thing. And so he's a very happy to be in school, loves designing and creating, a lot like his mama. And 1 year ago, I got married to the love of my life. His name is Dan, and he is just like the happiest, sweetest man, good man. So we got married last August, and now I have 3 stepsons as well as my son. So before we get into the 5 skills, I just wanted to talk about the concept of beginner's mind. So if you have not done a lot of crocheting, then sometimes it can be hard to get get your fingers to do what you want them to do. And so I just want to encourage you that it's like 100% normal, and it is okay to I'm just gonna mute you, LaCheryl. Welcome. So I'm just gonna ask you to be patient with yourself when you're learning new skills, because uh it's very normal for these things to take some time. Um, Personally, I didn't learn how to knit until I was in my 20s, and I was terrible at it. I'm just terrible. And I couldn't figure out how to purl for 2 years. So this was before YouTube. This was before I didn't have anyone in my life or my family to teach me how to do these things. So it took a couple years, and finally I met a lady who knows how to purl, and I was like, oh my gosh, teach me. So uh, yeah, talk about patience and be patient with yourself. Okay, so the number one skill that I want you to be able to incorporate into your crochet life is granny squares and granny shapes. Um, I think granny squares are the most popular, the most common that you'll see. But I love this bag on the right with these autumn colors, and those are granny hexagons. And you can make different shapes. You can make granny triangles and connect them together either by crocheting them together or sewing them together, and make a blanket, a bag, a cardigan. On the left, you see that you have like one granny square that just gets bigger and bigger. So you can do that by doing the granny stitch around and around and around, and then making a blanket, a pillow. And as you'll see in the next slide, um, the hexagon cardigan, you see Jason Momoa on the right wearing that. Um, and these are just people that I love to follow, and I just you could take a look. You can go down a real rabbit hole with all this inspiration, but tlyarncrafts.com, she designed this gorgeous blanket with different granny squares, and it looks like a quilt. I mean, it's just phenomenal. And then by the Sea Crochet on the left has a very pretty feed with her granny squares and her granny square sweater. So how do we incorporate granny squares into Crochet U? You will have access when you join Crochet U to the Taylor Swift date dress. Um, you can see me modeling the sleeveless version in the middle because this summer was hot, hot, hot. But I did add the sleeves, and I think it's going to be wonderful now that it gets a little colder here in Jersey. Um, so you will have access to the pattern, access to all of the video tutorials, and charts for bust size up to 54 inches. And then if your desired dress size falls outside of that range, the charts are currently written for 30 inches to 54, then we will design it specifically for you. So the whole point of Crochet U is to be able to crochet a sweater or anything that you crochet that fits you perfectly. And having the confidence to look at a pattern and say, oh, I know how to do this. And so we help you with that every step of the way. Okay, now skill number 2 is amigurumi. And I made all of these. I find amigurumi to be like the most delightful palette cleanser. I just, in between bigger projects, I just want to sit down and make a cupcake. There you have it. I'm kind of obsessed with making food. I don't know why, uh, but I just think they're so freaking cute. And sometimes I put googly eyes on them, and sometimes I embroider faces on them, and sometimes I don't. So I'm a huge fan of amigurumi, which is Japanese. I just found this out yesterday, and it's pretty funny because it's like, yeah, obviously, but amigurumi means knitted or crocheted stuffed toy. So there you have it. and some people and some projects that I'm totally obsessed with. Whitney Marie makes these gorgeous, gorgeous dolls. She's an amazing designer. My amigurumi farm feeds that need that I have to make tiny food. And if you look in the chat, there's a link to 6 of my favorite amigurumi patterns. 3 of them are free, 3 of them are low cost, and they're all by other designers. They're not by me, but this little baby carrot is one of the 3 free patterns. And then Autumn's Crochet Creations, and she has this cute sea turtle. So in Crochet U, what we will do is we'll have this book as a suggested resource. You don't have to buy it, but if you choose to buy it, then it's kind of got all of the foundational shapes that you need to get started with amigurumi. So you'll see like the spheres, you see the wedge of the pie, you see you know, tubes and curly cues with the jellyfish. So your assignment would be to choose an animal or a vegetable or a household product and design it yourself using all the techniques that you'll learn in this book. Okay, applique. So the third skill that we talk about in Crochet U is applique. And you can sort of think of it as a 2-dimensional amigurumi, as on the left with the strawberry. Kimsey's is this wonderful designer on the right, and she appliqued these gorgeous bows, kind of snaking all up and down the dress. And then when you look at the people and projects inspiration, you can also see Dream Crochet Shop on the left. She actually applied like embroidered, sewing machine embroidered patches to her crochet dress. And then on crochetkingdom.com, they use appliques on denim. You can use them on baskets and your handbags and really whatever you like. And they don't all have to be cutesy, you know. I think on the left we've got the roses. That's a little bit more punk, and on the right, I know it's almost childlike, but you can really do absolutely whatever you like. And in the resource with the free amigurumi, there's some fun like skulls and monsters and things for Halloween. But you can really go in any direction you like. And then in Crochet U, so this is week 3, we have you design your own applique. And I I used a hat. So I knitted a hat and then crocheted the eyeball, embroidered the eyeball, and added it to the hat using black yarn for the eyelashes. All right, and then the 4th skill is mesh stitch or filet crochet, which is crocheting and making like netting. So you'll see I have this t-shirt yarn wrap that I crocheted with a triangle mesh stitch. And I kind of think of it as like making fisherman's netting. You can get such a big piece with relatively little yarn, right? Because there's so much air, so much space in between the stitches. A couple of things I absolutely love. On the right, her Instagram handle is Scump Stitch, and she made what looks for all the world like an enormous fishnet stocking as a dress, and she wears it over her outfits. So cute as a beach cover-up, and now that we're going into fall, adorable over your entire outfit. And then on the left, this is Not Nice, Knot, Not Nice, and they have made a filet crochet necktie. So you'll see in the next slide that mesh stitch and filet crochet, it's all about like almost graphing or a chart, very mathematical. So on the right-hand side, you can see the design is rectangles, almost like a plaid. And then on the left, you have more of a diamond stitch plus the stripes to add a little interest. So your assignment in week 4 of Crochet U is to design your own mesh stitch. And then the 5th and final crochet skill that we talk about in Crochet U is freeform crochet. So we just finished New York Fashion Week. You see crochet everywhere. And some of these amazing designers have been around for years. And so when people say, oh, crochet is hot now, I'm like, oh, you don't know. I mean, it's always been just this beautiful way to express yourself. And what I love about freeform crochet is that um, there are no mistakes, there are no wrong answers. You can see on the right, it's very unstructured. And on the left, even though there's more structure and there's more pattern to it, you can see like on the skirt where there's that lime green stripe, there's a little bit of like blue fuzz there. It's unstructured. She hasn't tucked in all the ends perfectly, and that's completely okay. At the same time, you can go really wild with freeform crochet, combining all the skills that you know and still come up with a really like aesthetically pleasing and compact and all in one um, kind of result. So I'm just looking at the self-portrait on the right-hand side. This is a Turkish artist on Etsy. And I mean, look at the textures and the colors and the shapes. There's nothing like square and boxy about it, but then they've put it all on this blank canvas. And I mean, I would love to buy this and put this on my walls. It's just gorgeous. Now on the left, not quite as subtle, right, is this amazing Technicolor Dream Coat with all these different patterns and colors and everything like that. But what holds it together is you can tell it's a coat. You can tell it's a hooded coat. And then from there, she just went bananas, with all the rainbow. So what and how do we use freeform crochet in Crochet U? The final project is that our class, which has students from all different states, we agree on a project and we either come together and each contribute a part to this project, or we make a free form project and display it in our own communities. So some people call this yarn bombing. In the neighborhood where I used to live, I was right next to a vacant lot and it was always fenced off. And so I lived there for 10 years and I was always yarn bombing. I was always putting things up on that chain link fence. And here on this chain link fence, you can see London K, and she shows her artwork every year at Vogue Knitting, and this is her installation at Coachella. And so she will come in and and put everything up. She has she did this amazing project where she crocheted Kamala Harris, and just her image in all granny squares or all crocheted blocks, but that was a community effort. And so she brought in squares from definitely all over the country. I don't know internationally or not. But she hung that up 4 years ago. And then now that Kamala Harris is running for president again, or I should say running for president, she's doing that installation again, which is kind of amazing. Okay, so quick spiel for Crochet U. Just want to explain to you what it's all about. We start next Thursday. That's the first class. And registration is open until Monday. But I have a special offer just for Vogue Knitting peeps. Let me put it in the chat so you can learn more about it. Okay. So it's create.thespinninghand.com/VKL for Vogue Knitting Live. So Knit and Crochet U guides you through making your own crochet pullover, the one that you see here, the Verna pullover, in your size, the length that you want. Do you want it to be a cardigan instead of a pullover? Do you want to adjust the neckline? This is what we help you do. And at the end of the course, you have the printed written pattern specifically for you that we've created together. In addition, each week we go through the 5. Let me just change the view so that you can see me as well. I don't know if that works or not. Okay. In addition, we go through the 5 skills, and so these are mini assignments that take you through the 6 weeks of live instruction. Now, you get lifetime access. So we meet once a week on Thursday evenings, and you get lifetime access though, and we record all the classes. So here, let me stop sharing so that you can see my face. And I want to be able to see you. You get lifetime access to Crochet U. So there are the 6 live classes with plenty of time for Q&A, but then if you can't make it, you have lifetime access to the recordings and to the Crochet Skills library. Oh, I'm going to share again because I want you to be able to see what people are saying. So for those of you who have never met me, I am a certified K through 12 teacher. I've been told that I give off teacher vibes, which I totally get. I love teaching and I love yarn. I'm obsessed. So this is kind of the perfect job for me. And I just really like, my whole goal is to bring you joy in your crocheting. So that's kind of makes me the luckiest lady because I get to do exactly what I love, is to bring people joy in this course. Okay, so how much does it cost? Let's talk turkey. So it's $300, a little bit less, $295, and that's for lifetime access. We're going to do a new crochet sweater every year. So next fall, when we do the next sweater, you're already in Crochet U, you've already paid for it. The early action bonus, and that's just for Vogue knitting people, is if you pay in full, I will send you the sweater yarn for free. So it's an alpaca yarn. We have a variety of colors for you to choose from, and I can just ship that right out to you, free shipping in the US. If you would rather do a monthly payment plan, we have that as well. You can do 6 monthly payments or 3 monthly payments. And I can get you a discount on the yarn. I can't give you the free sweater yarn, but I can give you a discount. Okay. So let me put the link. Okay, we've got the link in there for where to go. So you can go to create.spinninghand.com/VKL. Are there any questions from the participants? Any questions from anyone who's online? Do you already know? So let's see, we've got Jeannie, we've got LaCheryl, we've got Maria, and we've got Tasha. Did you already know how to do all of these skills? Are there any of these crochet skills that are a little bit more unfamiliar to you?
Hi.
Hi, honey. What's up?
Alexis is going to come home with Mackenzie.
Okay, good to know. All right, so we are just about closing our half hour together, but I just want to thank you so much for stopping by and visiting. My email address is thespinninghand@gmail.com. Email me anytime. if I don't get to see you in person in January at Vogue Knitting, I would absolutely love that, but I know that's not feasible. So please do feel free to reach out anytime, and I would love to talk to you more.
I have a quick question,
Hi, Lashara.
please.
Yes, please.
Hello there. Okay, so far as the yarn for the sweater, are there choices of colors and okay.
Yeah, and so yeah, so we have Kingston tweed, and that is it's an alpaca blend. It's not 100% alpaca, and that comes in a lot of colors. Then I have 100% alpaca that I got from Peru. I mean, I didn't go to Peru. I'd love to go to Peru, but it's from Peru, and that's called Indicita, and that has fewer color choices. So what would happen is you join Crochet U. I almost said Casey U because Knit and Crochet U. Um, and then I send you an email and I'm like, welcome, I'm so happy you're here. Here are the color choices, and let me know what you like.
Okay, so you do that. And that's through Sunday, correct?
Yeah,
For the Vogue.
exactly. Yep, that's through Sunday for Vogue. And well, actually, it's actually through Monday. So we're closing the doors to Crochet U on Monday. Um,
Monday.
but yeah, the I know it said early action bonus, but that is the deal for Vogue knitting throughout.
Okay, and we can go online and see what others are saying,
Oh
correct?
yeah, yeah, absolutely. So there are two testimonials
Uh-huh.
on the page. But then if you wanted to email anyone and get further information, you just let me know, and I can send you you know, so you can get the real dirt.
Well, no, I mean no real dirt. I mean, like I'm just interested in how their projects turned out, or if they, show
Yeah.
pictures of things or whatever.
Oh
That
no,
that
exactly. Yeah,
yeah.
exactly.
Okay, perfect. Then so I would go to crochet
So
dot
it's create. So can you see in the chat? Can you see the link that I?
Yes, I did go ahead and copy the link. So that
Yeah,
would be the
that's the one. Yeah, create.thespinninghand.com.
okay. And
That's
then your email is the spinning.
yeah, the spinning hand at Gmail, and you can email me anytime.
Okay, perfect. Okay,
Awesome.
perfect then. Perfect, perfect, perfect.
Yeah.
Thank you. I think that kind of takes care of my questions.
Okay, thank you. And Maria and Tasha, you're good?
Yes.
Okay. Well, have a great weekend. And again, thank you so much for your time. And yeah, I hope to talk to you soon. Bye, everybody.